Hey guys, don't forget to take your malaria pills.
You know, you think about Matthew 28, and our responsibility as believers in Jesus is to consider how we can sustainably partner with God in the expansion of His kingdom.
Justin.
During my visit to Burkina Faso, I thought a lot about sustainability, how to truly help and not hinder, you know, how to humbly empower and not inhibit. And as I loaded my camera gear into the van on that warm, dry morning, I also saw the reality of the war on dust. Ouagadougou is located just south of the Sahara, and the red dust just gets everywhere.
Oh. Bonjour.
This is life.
How are you?
Life in Ouagadougou.
No?
With all of the dust.
Yes.
Thank you, Justin. One hope I did have for this trip was to impress upon my moldable young son the importance of humility and service, gratitude and generosity.
Hey, you have Nutella on you.
He's already growing up cross-culturally, but I know that that doesn't necessarily mean loving your neighbor comes automatically.
Yeah.
Every time we would drive through the gate of our compound and onto the city streets, we both were struck with the fact that where we've been living in rural Germany for the past 6 years, it's not what the whole world looks like. And furthermore, the way of living in Germany is not how the rest of the world lives. Yeah, there you can see the sign pointing us to the Paam Laafi Medical Center. The roads are not good. They're terrible, actually. Thankfully, this doesn't seem to stop people from having access to the hospital. I just loved having my son with me, walking along together, assisting me with all the crazy ideas I had for shots and compositions. But yeah, it's about 5 minutes from the paved road along this dusty 2-track, and once you get to the front gate, though, you drive in and realize this plot of land has more green on it than the surrounding land. It's pretty incredible. The hospital itself is only taking up about, 30% of the land that they own, so there is room for expansion. But it's beautiful because there's vegetation and trees and there's shade, and it's an oasis, really. So during our days at Paam Laafi, I was filming constantly, and in Africa there's no short conversation, and so when I was interviewing people or talking and planning our next move, Judah was just lost in his own world. One of the main reasons for our visit was to see the new surgical ward. It was almost completed, but there was still a lot of construction going on, and Judah just had a blast with digging in the dirt and enjoying the cool of the shade and the solitude of his inner thoughts, and he was just processing this new world that had opened up around him.
I have some dry donuts. Can you give me some dry donuts?
So the white man you see here in the foreground is Dr. Peter. He's the founding missionary of the Paam Laafi Medical Center, and Peter and his family don't live here in Burkina anymore, but he makes regular trips back to the project. One of the things that impacted me the most was listening to his heart for how he has encouraged other leaders to take his place since he left Burkina Faso.
Yeah. This is a syphilis test. Yeah.
It is negative test.
Yeah.
I think we all are aware of the tendency that we Westerners have to either impose our way of doing things or to never let go and relinquish responsibility to the nationals. But Peter's not that way. Peter is a shining example of how to raise up a team and empower them to make their own decisions and to move forward in a way that suits them best and propels their mission forward.
The size is very good. I mean, that's actually the size you would like for an operating room.
We observed so many ways that the people on the ground are moving the ball forward. From the construction of the hospital to the initiation of the relief and resettlement project helping internally displaced people. The mobile clinics are a great example. Paam Laafi is helping people start their own small businesses that allow them to pull themselves out of poverty. So my son and I got to witness the results of God working through people like Peter and the brothers and sisters of Burkina Faso, and we saw what it looks like to holistically empower people within a strong community in a way that sustainably grows the kingdom of God.